So I submitted a maintenance request because our heat wasn't working, and that was night before last because it was cold. And I submitted it online because every time I call, he says, well, go online and put in an actual request. So yesterday, as I was walking around Manhattan doing things, Bo called me in the middle of his workday, which never happens, and said that the maintenance guys were at our apartment in Queens. And they kept saying to Bo, come open the door, come open the door. And Bo was like, I'm not there. And so he called me to see if I was, but obviously no, because I did. Because no one called me to say, got your request, we're sending technicians over. They just sent them. What a waste of time. So Bo had his work friend translating because they don't speak English, and he said that they have to come tomorrow. And I said, you give them a specific time, 8 to 10 a.m. That's the only time that I will be here waiting for them to unlock the door and supervise their little project, because I got shit to do. I'm not going to wait around all day. So shockingly, they arrived in the correct time frame. They got here at 9:30, and they were very nice, and I let them in, and they were looking at the heat issue. So like I said, I had given them the time frame 8 to 10, and they arrived. So I was like, 30 minutes, that's fine. They're going to have plenty of time. So I was getting ready while they were doing their stuff. They had to bust out a steel saw and cut into a metal door, this one. My dogs were freaking out because there was smoke and sparks flying and the smoke detectors were going off. My dogs were freaking out. It was absolute mayhem. I was freaking out because I was trying to protect them like the good mother that I am. Now, I live in Queens, which I affectionately call Egypt because it is so far away from everything that I do on a daily basis. So I have to leave an hour before anything that I want to do. So I've also learned by trial and error that you need to leave yourself literal hours of extra cushion time around anything. Because New York City just sucks the time out of the day. So I thought 8 to 10 for maintenance. I had somewhere to be at 1:15, meaning I needed to leave around 12:15. It was perfect. Fast forward to 11:45. Yes, you heard that correctly. 11:45. They were still working on it and said, we're having this part delivered. It will be here in 5 minutes. We will be done with the service and out of here in 20. I said, you know what? That's perfect. Skin of the teeth, but it's fine. And in the interest of time, I've left out the part of the story where twice during this time frame, they left the apartment, said their farewells, and then came back and they were like, psych, we have more to do. So the 5 minutes for delivery came and went, and there was no delivery. And I asked them over and over, and every time that I would ask them, they'd say 5 minutes. They'll be here in 5 minutes. I know that you're lying because you've said 5 minutes for the past 20 and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So like, I know that you're lying. You can come up with a different excuse. 45 minutes. The delivery arrived. Had to cancel my thing at 1:15. Had to cancel a doctor's appointment this afternoon so that these jokers could put in a vent. They wrapped up at literally 1:15 and said farewell for the third time and showed back up 10 minutes later. Want to see what I have to show for it? That white thing. Thrilling, isn't it? This has been a delightful episode of tolerating bullshit against my will with Dame Allison Eldridge.